What's going on, everybody? It's your boy C-Zar, and we are talking about Dash today. Dash sitting here at $91.50, one of the only cryptos, the only one on my list that is actually green today, where the average coin is dropping. So it's nice to see that. What's the S&P doing? SPX, let's see. What are we at right now? Did we come back up, or are we still down? We did. We came back up. We went down. We opened up. We came down. We were actually red on the day, and now we're back up. We're coming back up. That's good to see. Dash at the highs here. I'm assuming a lot of people are probably expecting it to pull back. They might be going short on it, which is a terrible idea. Dash is nowhere near done with its move. It's got a lot more to go, and we can prove it right here. Looking at the weekly time frame, the expectation here is that you would have found resistance at these points, right? Somewhere between here, but you didn't. So you broke out. You've just broken out of what has been a long-lived area of resistance, and you're going to stop here now? I don't think so. I think what you just did actually today was you back tested that area for support and you found it, and I think you're going to continue to rally. Really what I think is going to happen is we're going to continue to rally until we hit the 1272, either the 1272 or the 1414. Now I have taken into notice that the average crypto around like this past week, they've been interacting with their 1414 levels to the upside or to the downside. I've seen the average altcoin with their extended targets finding support or resistance at these levels. So with that being said, with Dash here, from a high to a low, it's very possible that we do go all the way up to about $130 before this move is done. $128 is where the 1414 is right now. Typically with the 1414, you expect to wick above it and then close below it. And again, it's very important to mention that that $105, the 1272, it's right there at $100. It makes absolute sense that we'd find resistance there. It's psychological resistance, and it's the 1272. But if we put a line right there, there's some significance here. We find some resistance. I mean, there is some significance here, to be completely fair. But just looking at it here, relatively speaking, I would think that we continue up to that next level there, which again is just above the 1414, which again is a very common thing to do, is to wick just above the 1414. That seems like a more likely target destination, or somewhere thereabouts. Not only that, but if we take is that not the all-time high, but the cycle high from last cycle and the low here from this cycle, isn't it crazy? Dash had a bear market all the way up until June, and now it's outperforming everything. That's crazy. Right? A coin that's literally been underperforming the whole market is now outperforming the whole market. It's crazy. It's wild. I'm actually kind of curious. Let's just see. From a low to a high here. Yeah, you are. You're outperforming the average crypto by far this cycle. Anyways, just shows you dreams really do come true. High to low. Guess what else is right here, right above the 1414? The golden ratio, right there at 134. So there's a lot of significance at that level. And ultimately, Dash, I think that's what you're going to do. I think that you bypass the easy zone to expect to find resistance at. You just bypass that. A lot of people might be making the next easy zone $100 psychological resistance. They might be saying, okay, I'll sell there just on principle. We're just going to bypass both of those. Make people FOMO in at the very top, just above $100. Wow, it tore through 100. It must be going to 200. FOMO there at a perfect area to find resistance, both on the Fibonacci extensions and on the retracement here. You can see that the golden ratio right there, 134, it's perfect. Resistance line right there. I would think that we do find resistance right there, and that's probably where Dash is going overall. So $91 right now. The expectation would be that you go somewhere between about 130 to 140 bucks. This party is not stopping until then, at least. And then again, when you get there, I wouldn't expect anything terrible to happen, right? You're not just going to sell off and then you're done. You probably move up to this area, consolidate, right? Maybe you pull back to this area as well where you're at right now, maybe even a little bit below, whatever, consolidate, and then continue to rally, right? Get your higher low on and then continue to rally. That'd be my expectation. Looking at the short-term stuff on the 1 hour time frame, the RSI actually is in a downtrend, isn't it? I was going to say it was in a downtrend, but lower lows here, you still have lower highs, I would say. It kind of looks like if this was parallel, it almost looks like you're breaking out of it. Overall, the RSI is very positive. If you were to find resistance, it would be right here. All right. If not, if you keep pressing higher, if you can keep pressing higher, you likely don't stop here. You likely do continue to rally, and I think that's what's going to happen. Nice bounce off the 40. Overall, very bullish looking RSI. We're bullish on it. Okay. you're kind of getting a bullish break where the average participant was getting a bearish break over the last few hours. So that's nice to see as well. It's almost like this looks like a bull flag and you're breaking out right now, right? It looks like that right now. What about something with some volume on it to back that up? Yeah. Oh, yeah. Looking good. Good, for sure. Unless, of course, this hour rejects. If you come back down, I want to say if Dash comes back down to $85, then moving up higher right now is off the table. If you come back down to, like, let's even do you one better, $87. Stochastic suggests we go higher. The MACD suggests we go higher, bouncing off the zero. All good things. I think we are moving higher right now. RSI, bouncing off the overbought zone, looks like it wants to push higher. MACD looks like it wants to push higher too. Stochastics are bullish. I am having a hard time being bearish here. I'm so bullish, in fact. Not financial advice, not a financial advisor. I feel confident enough to say it's a good area to buy. Because think about it, right? We're talking about prices at $130 at least. That's a 40% pump from here. I genuinely believe Dash is going to pump 40%. I mean, by the end of this week. We got 6 days, 7 hours left in this week, you guys. By the end of this week, absolutely. I'm very confident we'll be at $130. This thing's going to keep pushing higher. Hell, it could be by the end of today. You don't know. But that's where I think we're going to go. It's 130 to 140. Then we'll taper off. Then we'll consolidate. And then we'll push higher. Inevitably, I do believe Dash right now, especially with its newfound, what's the word I want to look for here? Newfound appreciation. The market has a newfound appreciation for Dash as a whole. I really wouldn't be surprised if by the end of the year, we were even above last cycle's all-time or last cycle's highs, right? From the current price, that would promote something on the lines of 5x or more growth, which actually is kind of what I'm expecting the average altcoin to do by the end of this year. Maybe not every altcoin does a 5x, but something in between like a 3 to a 5x by the end of this year. And if Dash is leading the way, might it do the upper ends of those limits? I think it could. I very much believe Dash has a lot of potential. As far as will it see new all-time highs or not, I'm still not completely sold there because we very well could stop at $1,100, $1,200, $2,000. We could stop there. You know, if we were to see new all-time highs, it might just be a slightly higher high. We could go well past that. You could see a 4,000, maybe. Dash could do a 100x from here, man. We don't know. I want to see what this move does overall. I have a feeling that we're not even close to the end of it. And a stopping point in what will be a phenomenal phase up overall, the next stopping point's not going to happen until we're at about $140, $130. That's my expectation. And if I'm wrong, it's only because we went higher. Maybe we should up it to like $130 to $170. I don't know. Something in this zone is where I think Dash is going to be over the coming days. I got nothing else. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. And if you did, hit the like button, subscribe. Thank you all for being here. It's not finding resistance here. If this drop across the board wasn't enough to send you down, then nothing's going to send you down. You're going to move higher right now, okay? Take care. Bye-bye. See you on the next one.